Okay, a bit concerned. I've seen these things where I saw a couple of posts the last couple of days, and it really was only a couple. One stating a list of things about single mothers, that we were lonely, never had any friends, felt like outcasts, we're depressed, never looked after ourselves, gave everything to our children, found it difficult to keep fit, couldn't date. The list kind of. What concerned me about this particular post were the comments on it. Because a lot of people agreed with this. The problem is, if people are agreeing with these particular posts, there's something very, very wrong. Because it's not a list of single parent problems, it's a list of people problems. Apart, the concept of giving things to our children. Because if you have mental health issues or have low confidence or self-esteem issues, you will not take care of yourself. You will struggle to be around people. You will always feel lonely. You will generally feel like an outcast, whether you're amongst married people, single people, children, people, other single parents, it won't matter. That list of, and you will always struggle to date because you are constantly looking for somebody else to make you happy. And yes, it is hard to date when you're a parent. It is true. But it's hard to date whether you're a parent or whether you're not. It's actually just difficult to date, full stop. And if you're having issues like this, as a rule, you've got a problem. Now, there are so many tools out there for people with problems like this. Now, I don't deny having mental health issues. I've never denied having mental health issues. I've never denied having issues at all. Some of my issues are part of my functional neurological disorder, and some of them are due to other traumas. But as a parent, if you have mental health issues, you have to address them, even if those mental health issues are connected to other neurological disorders or other medical issues. If you don't address them, if you don't get help, you cannot be a good parent. You cannot be the best parent that you can be, because you will end up projecting onto your children, and that would have a massive effect on them. You will end up making them depressed. You will end up turning them into very anxious, very depressed, very scared, low esteem, have self-confidence issues. You will give them very severe issues if you do not address them. It's not a quick fix. It's not something you go, oh yeah, well, I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to have either cognitive behavioural therapy, which works really well for people with functional neurological disorders. Cognitive behavioural therapy works well for people with depression and anxiety. My son went through it when he was 15, 16. It's really good. There are a lot of other therapies out there, but go and get it. It's not a quick fix. It takes time. You go into these therapies, you talk, you discuss, you air it all out there, and you deal with these issues. You talk through these issues, and by the end of it, not only has a massive weight been lifted off your shoulders, But you begin a healing process. And I said begin, because that's what you're doing. You're beginning a healing process. And then you continue that process. And even if a couple of years down the line you have to redo that healing process and restart that healing process, or go back into therapy to continue the healing process because one step wasn't enough. I've had to do it more than once, but that's what you do, not just for your own sake, because your mental health is so important, so fucking important. But as a parent, your mental health is so important, because if you cannot be mentally strong enough to continue as a human being in your own right to take care of yourself, to be happy within yourself, to love yourself, how can you teach your children that's what you're meant to be doing? That it's okay to be emotional, it's okay to be strong, it's okay to stand tall. How can you teach your children to stand tall, to love themselves, to be confident with who they are? How can you teach your children something you don't believe, that you don't project? Because they pick up on everything. They pick up on absolutely everything. Now, I am an introvert. I'm an absolute fucking introvert. I am very happy when I'm not around people. I'm also an empath. People drain me. So I find that being around lots of people, if there's a lot of negativity around me, I feel so fucking, it just, oh my God, my entire being just goes completely to pot. So it's important for me to surround myself with people who are uplifting and very kind of energetic and not depressed and not kind of irky or whatever, because I need people who can be very supportive and very strong and capable and mentally able. And it's okay to have days when you're not, and it's okay to have days when you're weak, but not be constantly like that, because it's draining. And if you have an empathic nature, if you surround yourself with constant negativity, you feel constantly drained by people. You have no way of topping that up. I mean, my social media pages are my private social media page. In fact, my entire social media pages, they're all full of people that make me laugh, that, they're all full of, I watch things that make me laugh, I watch things that uplift him, I watch stupid little skits, and I like watching things like that. And they're ridiculous and they're stupid and they're my guilty pleasures, because they uplift me personally and they make me feel good about myself, because I just think, do you know what? This is funny, this is clever, this is just brilliant. And it uplifts me. It energizes me. I have very few friends because I don't like to surround myself. So I have about 3 or 4 actual friends, the rest are all family members. And I don't talk to my family constantly because there's so much drama in my family. When you have a big family, you find that there's a hell of a lot of drama. And when there is so much drama in one family, talking to them is hard work sometimes. So I don't talk to them that often. I should, I know, but I don't, because I find it just hard work. But too much drama is just like, oh my God, just don't, just leave me alone. Just let me just don't. I like my little world. I like my bubble. I feel better in my bubble. But I know that my strength comes from me. I know that I teach my son how to be strong. He is autistic, which means that when he has his days where he's completely and he's having his breakdowns and he's struggling and he's just so irky and he can't function, I have to be the strength that he cannot be. That's what a parent does. That is our job. We have to be our children's strength, and we have to teach our children how to be strong. We cannot expect our children to grow up to be these amazing people if we ourselves are not capable of being them. So the fact that these comments were like, oh yeah, I know, we're so lonely, it's so hard to date, oh, woe is me, oh, I feel so lonely, it's so difficult to take care of myself. Yeah, okay, if they're babies, it's hard work. If you don't have enough support around you, yeah, it's hard work. But once they're growing into like school age, shove them off, take an hour in the gym, and then go to work, do what you need to do, but take time for you. Because if you don't, you cannot be the best version of you. You need to take that time for yourself. You need to take the mental health issues seriously. You need to build your own confidence. You need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and go, I love who I am. I'm happy with who I am. You cannot go out dating and expect the whole world to make you happy. It doesn't work like that. You make you happy, not them. They cannot make you happy. You can be married for 100 fucking years. You can have 20 kids. You can be surrounded by people. But if you are not happy, you're going to drag your miserable self out wherever you go. You're going to look yourself in the mirror and you're going to get dressed in the morning. You're going to be miserable for fucking life. You have to sort you out. You have to get yourself sorted out. You have to go and sort your mental health out. And you have to take time to deal with you. It's okay to be selfish as a parent when it comes to what you need for your own sense of self. As long as you are not actively being toxic to your children, you are allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to take care of your mental health. You're allowed to take care of your body. You're allowed to take days off where you go, do you know what? My kid needs to go to its grandparents. My kid needs to go and see its mother. You know, to its father. If you're co-parent, you can go and take it, right? You know, whether you're a single dad, if you're a single mum, needs to go to its other parent. Go. I need time to myself. You're driving me crazy. You know, you need to vent. You're allowed to not love your children 24/7 because every once in a while they drive you fucking nuts. You know? You know, you are allowed to be human beings as well as parents. You know, you're allowed to buy yourself new clothes, new shoes, new everything just because you want to. You are allowed to have things just because you're a parent. Doesn't mean you don't get. As long as you are not overdoing it and you still give to your children, toxicity isn't allowed, but you know, being human is. Having that moment to yourself is allowed. Being allowed to be human beings and have that moment of going, I'm going to be selfish for about half an hour. I need to go and meditate. I need to go and this, you know, just give me half an hour. I need me time. Fuck off. You're allowed. You're allowed to order yourself some new clothes, order new shoes. You're allowed to buy yourself some chocolate or cake or whatever and not share it. You know, you're allowed to do that as parents. You don't have to share your sweets with your kids. You know, I mean, I got round that. Me and my son, we have different baskets. He has a basket with his sweets. I have a basket for mine. I don't share mine. He doesn't share his. No, they're mine. You're allowed them. No, I'm selfish. And I make him be selfish. He's allowed his own sweets, and I'm allowed mine. It's that simple. Nah, you know, it's that simple. You don't have to share everything with your children, and you're allowed to take time for yourself. If you are feeling so low about being a parent, so low as a human being, that you can't even function properly, there is so much help out there. Go find it. Go find that help. Go make those appointments. And it doesn't matter if you're a single mother or a single father, and for whatever reason that you're a single mother or a single father, whether you're widowed or widower, whether you are co-parenting for whatever reason, or whether you had a stupid moment and you just happened to get pregnant. It doesn't matter the reason. If you are a single parent, and it doesn't matter whether you're a father or a mother, if you are single parents and you are struggling within yourself to feel good about yourself and happy and loved and cared about within yourself, there is so much help out there to change that point of view so that you can feel loved and you can feel cared about and you can feel confident and your self-esteem can soar through the fucking roof, and that you feel personally so capable and happy, and that you love you. Because once that happens, everything else will fall into place. Everything else falls into place. I'll eat my own hair. I don't know why that's happening. But yeah. So don't sit there going, oh, woe is me, I'm a single parent. Boo hoo hoo. This is so right. Oh my God, single parents have it so bad. No, we don't. We get it so good. You just have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, find out why. Get the help you need. And live your best life. Be the best version that you can be. And the best parent that you can be for your kids. Because ultimately, that's what matters. Because as they grow up, they'll become more independent, and then what have you got? Just you. And if you're the best version of you that you can be, once they're growing up, you're free. Your freedom comes, you get more time to yourself, you can do more, they get bigger, they get older, you get even more time, you get more freedoms. Unless you have a SEND child, it gets so much easier as it gets older. SEND children are a little bit more difficult. Yes, I accept that, because I will never stop being a parent. The chances of him ever leaving home are slim, and the chances of him ever needing me as his emotional support are realistically not going to happen. But my life, I'm allowed. I can do as I please. I can go where I want. I just have to be very careful that I remember what he needs from me. When you have SEND children, things are slightly different. So it's even more important as parents of SEND children that we take extra special care of our mental health and our physical health. And in this day and age where things are online, it's actually even easier, because we can do online classes, like exercise classes. We can, via Zoom or whatever you people use. I mean, I can do Zoom classes with my instructor, so I can do actual exercise classes from home. I can do my therapy sessions via the phone. I can do all of that if necessary. I can redo things that I need if my mental health deteriorates a bit, I can get the help I need from home. I don't have to go and find it. They come to me. I can do my exercise classes from home. Or there's a gym 2 minutes away from me that I can go to. There's a swimming pool right there. I can, if I need to, just take a break and go, right, I'm going to do this. You're going to be fine, because he's capable of being on his own for half an hour. I can go swimming for half an hour because it's just down the road. There are things that, we understand our SEND children. Leave them with a sitter for 5 minutes while you go to the gym or go swimming, take your breathers. Do what we need to do. It is so much more important that we, as parents of SEND children, take so much more care of our mental health and our physical health. Because they need us far more than the normal children do. I say normal because society, but they need to, and I'm not saying normal children don't need us, because they do. They really do. But you can take care of your mental health with normal children too. You're supposed to. And that's what this video is about. You're supposed to be taking care of you first. Be selfish. Allow that. Deal with your mental health. Deal with your physical health. Spoil yourself. Don't share your sweets. You don't have to. As I say, in this house, I don't share my fucking sweets. No. He's got his own. You separate things. He's got his. I've got mine. No, I don't fucking share mine. And you don't share his. And it's like, no, never mind. It's just something we don't do in this house, because I spoil myself and I have my sweets and he has his. And it works. And do you know what? I'm allowed, and so are you as parents. Single parents, married parents, whatever parents, I don't care. You're allowed. You're allowed to be selfish to a point. Not to the point of toxicity or abuse, but to the point where you take care of who you are. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Live your best life. Understand who you are. Love yourself. Be happy on your own. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Understand who you are. Understand what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. Love yourself. All of who you are. And it doesn't matter if you're a size fucking 8 or a size 28. Love yourself. I'm a size fucking 16. And my weight goes up and down like a fucking yo-yo. They have literally just found a hormone fucking imbalance in me, and I cannot keep my weight in check, no matter how hard I try. And there's nothing I can do about it right now. Until I can have more tests done, there is absolutely fuck all I can do about it. But I don't care anymore. I used to care. I don't anymore. So, yeah. So just take care of yourselves, and everything else around you will fall right into place. You come first, your kids come second. And I don't care what kind of parenting you have. I don't care if you're married, single, co-parenting, widowed or widower. Your kids always come second. You are never allowed to be toxic. You are never allowed to abuse your children. But you are allowed to be slightly selfish. Because as long as you are the best version of you that you can be, you will be the best parent that you will ever be. So deal with your mental health, deal with your emotional and physical health. Spoil yourself a little bit. Buy yourself new clothes, new shoes. treat yourself whenever you fucking want, as long as, your children don't miss out on meals and clothes, and they get everything they need. As long as nobody is missing out on anything, there is no reason not to do things for yourself. In this day and age, you can do online classes, you can get therapy online, you can do anything you need to do to deal with yourself. It's not difficult. It takes time, and it's never a quick fix. But the healing process is slow, and it's well worth it. We're always worth it. Mothers and fathers. We really are. Because the kids need us. They need their fathers to be present and able, and they need their mothers to be capable and in present here. Our sons and our daughters learn from both of us. And if they don't have one of their parents for whatever reason, the parent that is present, whether they be their father or their mother, has to teach either their son or their daughter how to be an adult. As they grow up, they have to teach them first to be a child, and as they turn into teenagers, it gets fucking difficult. But they have to teach them as teenagers how to grow into adults, because that's the point. They hit 13 and they need to learn how to grow up into adults. And that is what they learn from their parents. That is what you're teaching them. So if you're a single mother with a son and the father isn't present for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is. It just doesn't matter what the reason is. If their father is not present, you have to teach that boy how to be a real man, how to be emotional, how to be strong, how to be loving and caring, how to cry, that it's okay to be weak and vulnerable. And if you're a father with a daughter and the mother's not present for whatever reason, you have to teach her how to be a woman, how to be capable and strong and independent, how not to rely on a man for everything. You need to teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. You need to teach her that men are not there to pay for everything. You need to teach her that marriage, dating, everything else is about 50-50, and that it's about learning to live and grow together. It's about her always being able to pay her way, always being strong and capable enough to do things for herself without a man present, because she shouldn't need a man to do things for her, ever. See what I mean? That's what we should be teaching our children, whether the other parent is present or not. And we should never, ever be using our children as weapons against the other parent, because that is abuse and that is toxic. And we should never be bad-mouthing the other parent to our children, because again, that is abuse and that is toxic. And we should never, ever just outright abuse our children. And we should never be toxic to our children and selfish towards our children, to the point of so selfish that we only care about ourselves. And there is a point, because some parents, mothers and fathers, do only care about themselves. the neglect of children is toxic and abuse. There is a balance that we have to maintain, but you are allowed to focus on yourselves to be the best parent you can be. Find the balance, be the best version of you, be the best parent you can be, and you'll be amazing and you'll love it. And there'll be moments where you'll hate being a parent because your kids will just drive you fucking crazy. But this is why you have a support network, and this is why you have friends, and this is why every once in a while your kids go and spend the night with grandma. Alright,